Well, hello there. Welcome into today's video. I thought I would go live today and do a training based on a member question that I got about a new mock-up that I posted for my freebie, the Ultimate Course Creation Planner. So this is a Canva tutorial on how to create stunning freebie mock-ups using Canva. Kind of the idea behind and what you're seeing here is one that I've went ahead and created, just kind of walking through what the steps were so I could try to prepare myself for this video. I've not done a Canva tutorial live before. So if you are tuning in live through the Facebook group, the Course Creator Collective, go ahead, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Maybe you are live on my YouTube channel, or you're coming in from the business page, just let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you would, please let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. I would appreciate that. And I'm going to check it as well while you're just tuning in. So let me know, do you use Canva? I would love to know if you use Canva in your business to create mock-ups or to create graphics, images, and so forth. Let me just check here. And yeah, but I think everything is sounding okay. Let me just tag you guys. Hang on just a second. Okay, so again, to recap, one of the members in my community, the Course Creator Collective, asked this question. So I thought it would be a really great little tutorial to kind of walk you through how I created those. And to give credit where credit is due, one of my coaches actually created the template that I used to edit and brand and make my own for the one that I posted here in the group. Let me just show you guys. This is the one that was in question, or that I got the question about on how I created it. And basically it was just, and I'll show you how to do this, but it was just basically some blank block holders that you put your planner in or your freebie in, and then it had some design elements. So I'm going to walk you through actually how to create those, but my team helps me to be able to create those so I can go ahead and customize them and get them out to you guys. So why use Canva templates, or why use mock-ups? Kind of what I wanted to go through that really briefly on, how it really helps to not only show the value of the freebie or the coaching program, whether it's paid or free, it really doesn't matter, but it really helps to not only bring everything together in a nice, really beautiful design, cohesive design, showing your branding, showing the imaging of the actual item that people are getting, but it really helps make something more tangible, right? So as online coaches and course creators, when we're creating online courses, coaching programs, tools, templates, resources, it can be difficult sometimes to express the value of a particular item or what somebody is getting. So when we can create beautiful mock-ups, as I've got here, to show that this is a real tangible item. Or, for instance, if you are let me show you a little bit of a different mock-up on my new website, Visionary Edge. What I have here mocked up for the particular programs. Let me just get this to come up here. It's kind of a slow, it'll pop up in a minute. But what we're mocking up is the course, right? So when you're looking at the online course, what you're seeing here for the signature course launch system is, the name of the particular program. It's showing some of the templates and resources that come with the program. And it's adding design elements that give the look and feel of, you actually being at your desk, right? So I've added some design elements such as like your mouse, or your mouse that you're navigating on with your computer, maybe some plants in the background. I've also added some butterflies. Now these butterflies, I did use Midjourney to create those. So that's another design tool or software program that you can use to create designs, and which is really beautiful. And then some flowers and, some like cup of coffee and just some things that really make the imaging stunning and beautiful, and really help give it a look and feel that it is tangible, right? So it helps people to be able to make a buying decision or a purchasing decision because they see what they're actually receiving, right? So it makes it, just from taking words on a page that may be difficult to understand, what they're getting. I'm also showing here a laptop that shows the inside of the members only Facebook group. I think this one is. And also I've displayed here, and I know it's kind of hard to see in this particular image, but I've displayed here some of the steps, the 3 main phases that people go through. Hey, Diana, thank you for tuning in. Some of the 3 main phases that people go through in the signature course launch system to be able to design, develop, and deliver an online course, which is what the program teaches. So this can be a great way when you're creating mock-ups. It can be a really great way to illustrate your tangible deliverables, as far as like whether they're free or paid items. And it also helps to stop the scroll. So when you are marketing through, Facebook or social media channels such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, you want to be able to stop the scroll, right? So like, beyond just having, again, text on a page, or which can also work, for different marketing methods. This helps to stop the scroll and people saying, oh, what is that? So it's also a good way to not only say, oh, this is a free course creation planner, but it's a good way as well to help keep your branding alive, help keep your, like, if you're using Facebook ads or Google ads, things like that, it can help to make your brand stand out when you use images like this, as well as you refresh your images on a periodic basis, so people don't kind of get bored with it. Like, it stops the scroll because it's something new. So really having beautiful mock-ups to be able to display your freebies, really helps you, again, you stand out. It really helps you to present what it is that you're giving in a very tangible way that helps people to understand what it is that you are offering, and help to express interest and kind of, again, give them that look and feel of what that product is on the other end. You think about anything that we purchase online, we look to those images to actually see, when you can't touch it through the screen, like you would, like if you were in person in a store, it helps you to see and visualize what it is that you're that is being offered there, so somebody can look at it to see if it's something that they would like to buy. So how do you create something like this? Again, let me know, are you a Canva user? There are different entry levels that you can enter into Canva with. Whether you have a free account or a paid account, you can do either one. So when you are using Canva to create templates, perhaps you have an online coaching program or a course, and you're creating these that you're going to give to your students that they can brand and make their own. It's important to remember that not everybody has a paid account. So you would want to look at some of the elements that you're using in there and try to make sure that you're using free elements, as if it is something that you're giving out as templates that they can make their own, right? Because if not, they may not have access to those particular images and graphics and so forth that you're using, the elements that you're using in your template. So go ahead and make sure that you are using those free images and so forth, and I'll show you how to do that. And also, if you'd like to grab these templates, I've included the link to the description where you can grab those for free as well. And again, I'll show you how to make them here, so you can customize them and make them your own and so forth. So the first thing you're going to do is go to canva.com. If you don't already have an account, you're going to go through the couple of questions they have for you to be able to set up a free account, and you're going to create a design. So in this example, you can either use the Facebook one, or you can use, like, depending on what platform you're in, or you can use an Instagram. I typically like to use, well, let me back up. In the paid account, you also have the Magic Studio as well. And I think it's like $12 or $13 a month that you can upgrade to have the different paid options in Canva. But in Magic Studio, you can copy and resize your images for free, you know, as part of their service. So that really makes it nice to be able to do that. So you're not having to create, you know, multiple versions of this from scratch, right? So if you're doing that, I like to start with like the larger size image and then scale down. But in this example, the post that I had was on Facebook. So we will walk you through how to do that. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. So I clicked on the size that I wanted, and that was a Facebook design. And basically you're getting a blank canvas here. So the first thing you can do is you can go ahead and make that background also one of your brand colors. So also I think it's in the paid account, you have the option to create brand kits. So you want to go ahead and select a color that's within your brand. And we can do some more videos around, you know, how to determine your brand colors and fonts and all of those kinds of things, if that would be something you would find useful. But for me, I find that it's easier to actually see what I'm working on. So I go ahead and just click on that color there, and it will go ahead and turn the canvas the particular color that you have selected on. So if you kind of look at, again, going back to the image, what we had here is we had the mock-up. So these are like looks like three pieces of paper laying on a desk or laying on a surface. And then we have the circle button here that basically is where, you know, it's indicating what it is. So whether it's a free item or it's a paid item, you know, you can put whatever text you want in this. We also have a flower here. So I'll show you how I would go about creating that. And then I have put in my logo. So we're going to start here with how to create this flat lay so you can actually put your images in there. And as you see, when you grab the templates, everything in here, you can click on and customize. And again, if you have any questions as we're going on, feel free to drop those down below, and I'll circle back and grab those as well for you too. So you can customize everything that's in here, but I'm just going to show you how you do that. So the first thing I need to do is I want to go to the Elements tab here on the left side of the Canva box. And I'm going to type in block border. So block border. And in that is going to come up some different frames here. And this is what I want to take. And I clicked on see all. So I want to take a look at, and there's like loads of them here for you to be able to choose from. But I'm creating kind of like thinking of like a piece of paper. So this one looks like it would be the perfect shape for being able to display my course creation planner. And as well, I'll link that down for you guys if you haven't had an opportunity to grab that. I will link that for you in the show notes as well. So we're starting with that and kind of looking again, going back and forth and looking. If you kind of notice the one in the back, it is more like it's upright. It's not necessarily tilted. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of like look at that. You know, you can kind of center it by clicking the left button on your mouse and kind of just moving it around a little bit. You'll see these purple lines. Can you see the purple? It's almost like a cross. That kind of tells you whether or not your item is centered on the page. So that's also a great way to kind of, you know, make sure that your things are nice and aligned. So the next thing I'm going to do after that is I'm going to duplicate that, because again, if you look up at our mock-ups here, you'll see that there are 3 of them. So this one is kind of angled to the right a bit. So the way you can easily do that is you can just click on the block here and you can duplicate it. And then you'll see here, there's a button here at the bottom that you can kind of spin it a little bit. And it tells you like the degrees of what you're spinning it. So I'm going to just move it maybe about 12 degrees at that point. And then we have a third one here. So I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate again. And this one I'm going to kind of change this way, right? And then you can grab them, like just left click your mouse, and you can click on the item that you want to move and just kind of grab it and hold it and move it up and down or move it around the document, however you want to do it. Also, when you see here, as I've moved up a little bit, you'll see a purple box that has highlighted here. This also tells me kind of in the frame of the canvas itself that this is kind of the area that you want to stay in to keep things nice and aligned as well, and keeps it from getting cut off as well when you're posting to different social media platforms and so forth. So if we kind of look at that, just center it to how you want. You can kind of play with it. You don't need to get too crazy with it at this particular point. You just want to kind of get your elements on the page that you're working with. So the other thing we also see here is we have a circle and we have some text. So I'm going to go ahead and then go back to my elements button, and I'm going to just type in circle, or you can type in whatever shape you're looking for. But in this shape, in this instance, I want a circle. So I'm going to go ahead under the graphics. I don't want a frame, because a frame is something that's fillable that you would put, say, like an image in. I just want a graphic. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. You see it popped up quite large on my canvas here. So I'm going to grab it, left click with my mouse, grab it, and then I'm going to just you see these little circles here around the border. That's where you can take it and click on that and just move it around. So I can make it larger, I can make it smaller, and so forth. So I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to kind of just, again, using the purple lines that come up that kind of help me understand where, if things are centered, I'm just going ahead and place it there. So then I see it's colored, right? So you want to go and you can select the little color box here that allows you to be able to get to the different colors. I'm going to go ahead and grab a color out of my Visionary Edge brand kit here. I'm going to go ahead and just change the color of that. The next element I need is some text, right? So we've got some text here. So I want to go ahead and go to the text box here on the left-hand side and click text. For this, I use the subheading text. These are also you can set them up in your brand kit, and you can select your brand font. So mine are already programmed for that, but you can just go ahead and select that. And it's going to kind of, again, pop it out of place. So I'm going to grab it and scroll it up. And then also I need to change the size. So I'm grabbing the little corner, I'm changing the size, and then I'm grabbing this little cross and I'm centering it. And again, the purple lines pop up to kind of show me the alignment there. So then I'm just going to, you can see it has pop-ins. I use Laura for my headings, and pop-ins is my subheading text. So, or font. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. So you're just going to type in whatever you want to put in there. In this case, I'm going to put free. Now you can't see it because the text is black. So I need to come back to my little color wheel and change the text here. And I'm going to do all caps, or actually just turn the caps off. So, whoops. If you do mess up, you can just hit the little undo button here. I think it took my text. So I'm going to go back, put my text back in there. And then I'm going to click on my text. Again, it's black because it's automatically programmed in my brand kit to be black. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to white. Okay, so now we have that, and you can go ahead and adjust the size of your font as well. And you see here my alignment, I had that aligned to be centered. But what I can actually do is just left align it and then pull it back in the center, and then I can grab this little circle here and size it. Make this again a little bit smaller. And then go ahead and size it up, size it down, whatever you need to do to make it really stand out and look really good. Okay, so the next thing, let me know if you're finding this helpful again, or if you have any questions as we're moving along, and I'll be happy to help answer anything that you have. So the next thing you see is we have a flower here. So let me just fix that. So for the image, I go back to elements and I'm just going to type in spring flowers. You can really type in anything that you want, whether you're looking for, there, you can see the different options. It's got graphics, it's got photos, it's got videos, it's got shapes. So I'm just going to type in spring flowers, and then you can, what I want here, you can use graphics or you can use photos. And what I've used here is a photo. So you can look at the photos and just kind of scroll through and see the one that you like, that you think would really look pretty, that would really make your image or your whatever you're creating here really look stunning and really stand out. So let me just kind of scroll down and see if I can find the one that I used for an example. Really, any of them would work. Let's see here. What I'm kind of looking for is something you see, for example, you don't need to worry about this background, and I'll show you why in just a second, but I'm looking for something that would really look nice and pair well on the side of the image here. So I don't want something in a vase. I mean, you certainly could, but what I'm looking for something is just something that looks more natural, that I can kind of work with and move around the way I want. Let's see. That actually might work and look really nice. So what we have now that has popped up is an image. Let's see if this one will work. That I'm going to grab, and the first thing I'm going to do, and Canva really makes it nice, is I'm going to edit this photo. So what I want to do is I want to go to edit, and I want to, this BG remover that actually removes the background. So what that's going to leave me with is just an image that I can work with and really see if I can customize here. I don't really like that one actually. So let me actually remove that one. Let's see. Sometimes you have to play with, oh, and I'm sorry. For the free elements, if you click up here in the Canva toolbar here, you'll see these little lines. If you want, and you're creating these for, you know, that you want to use for a lead magnet for your members or for your leads, you want to go ahead and click this. That way, when you are sharing your templates with other people, if they don't have a free account, they can, or a paid account, they can still use it. So let's go ahead and we'll use this one for an example. That would be a good one to use. So again, I have the tulips here that have come up. I'm going to click on edit photo. I'm going to remove the background. So I'm left with just the flowers themselves. And then I'm going to grab the little corner here of the box and I'm going to scroll it or, you know, slide it down so it adjusts the sizing. And then what I want to do, if you kind of look how these are turned on an angle here, what I want to do is then grab my, there's a couple of things you could do. First of all, you can click again on the image and you can flip it by clicking. You can flip horizontal or you can flip vertical. So the first thing you can, I'll just show you the example that turns it the opposite direction, or this is going to flip it vertical. So the first thing I'm going to do after that is then use my little spacer, my little circle wheel there, and I'm going to adjust the angle of the image. And then grab it, left click on it, and just kind of grab it and start moving it on the image. Now, from here, what we have, again, I don't have my freebie in there. I have all of the elements. So I have the block borders. I have the circle element. I have the font in there. I have the flower. And the other thing I don't have in there yet is I don't have my logo. So in your brand kit as well, you can also upload not just your colors and your fonts, but you can also upload your logos. So I already have my logos uploaded in my brand kit. So what I would do then is grab my logo and slide it over. Now it's going to make it quite large. Again, you're going to want to grab the little circle dots here on the edge of the graphic and adjust the sizing. And you can see my purple lines are popping up here that kind of say, yes, that's, that looks good. That's in alignment. The next thing you're going to do now, a couple of different ways that you can go ahead and grab your freebie is when you create your freebie, you want to go ahead and save them as either a JPEG or a PNG. JPEG is more the go-to if you don't need like a transparent background for the particular image, but you want to go ahead and save those out as images ahead of time. And you can upload them back to Canva. So you can either have them in your upload folder, which you can see I have several here. These flowers and these butterflies I created over in Midjourney. Or you can also get them by saving those images into your project folders. So I have multiple project folders over here for my online courses and coaching programs. So I go to my projects and then I'm going to go to my folders and I'm going to look up this one is for the signature system, the signature course launch system. So I just click on that. And then I have things kind of saved in different folders. So I'm going to look for my folders and I'm going to look for my lead generation folder. So here's the folder for that. And this is where I have filed not only my freebies here, like the course creation planner, but I also have the images that I have saved. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and grab some images. So I'm just going to click on the image. So here's my title page. And I'm going to click and drag it over. So you see how that kind of pre-filled for me. So I'm going to click it and drag it, and it's going to pre-fill wherever it is, that I want it to go. So I want it to go in the front. So it's just popped it in there for me. And then I have 2 more pages. So I want to go ahead and grab 2 more pages of the planner. So for instance, you can grab your title page, like your table of contents there. Really doesn't matter because the first page is covering it. And then I'm going to grab another page. And sometimes you can see in the background, I like to layer colors. I wouldn't put blue on top of blue. I would try to, break it up with some white. And then maybe I could get another image for that third one in the background that would show a little bit of like text or color or so forth. But it doesn't really matter again. So there we have, and you can adjust this as again, make it bigger or smaller. There we have the particular, you can look back on the one I had on Facebook. I had my branding logo. I have the 3 pages again, which are block borders. And then I popped in my course creation planner. I have the button that indicates what it is, whether it's free or it's paid or shows the value of an item. And I have my design element here of the flower. And this is what we've created here. So this is after that you've gotten to this point, you can continue to play with this and, really make sure that you like the way it's displayed, that you like the sizing of everything. The other thing I would recommend is once you've done this, if you just kind of come to the side and you left click again and highlight the entire canvas here with all of your elements on it, all of your design on it, then it's going to put a square box around the whole thing. And you see how everything is highlighted. What you can do here is now you can size it and move it around without messing up your, like having to individually move everything. You can move the whole thing and make sure it's centered. Say you want to make it a little bit smaller, you can adjust the sizing, or you make it a little bit larger, you can adjust the sizing of it. But this way you can really make sure that everything is nice and aligned perfectly for your presentation and make sure it looks really good and looks really aligned. So once we've got the alignment on it, then you can make it bigger and make sure that you like how everything is spaced. This image, again, I would kind of play with the flowers a little bit and get one that you really like so you don't have that cut off there. The other thing you could do is you could then download that as a transparent. If you saved out the image itself, just the flowers, you could download that as a transparent and upload it back in. So it maybe it wouldn't have that cutoff there. So there is that. And then what you can do from there is you can then duplicate the pages. So that's what I've done in this one. I've duplicated the pages, and you can change out all of your design. So you've got, basically you have all of your branding elements in there. Now, what you can do to make them different is you can add in, say, maybe you want to change and add in some more block elements. You want to add in some more graphics, some flowers. Say you wanted to go over here and you wanted to add in, say, a coffee cup. Again, when I kind of think about this, I think about the online course creator or coach that is sitting at their desk, and maybe think of some things that they would be using. So you could kind of come over here, click on graphics, and you're going to have some coffee cups. So you kind of click and drag that in. Again, it's going to make it really large, but you're just going to, you're going to adjust the sizing. That one's kind of pretty. Why that one's coming in so big. So it went down to the one before. No, it's not really working. I don't know why it's doing that. Hang on. Oops. And again, if you mess up, you just hit the back button. Let me try. Let's see one that looks really pretty. That one. Let me try, I don't know why it's coming in so big. It doesn't usually do that. No. Let me try putting in a frame. So I'm going to go back to these shapes here. I think it's because it's a picture. It's coming up that way. Let me see. Coffee cup. Let me try that again. Coffee cup, graphic, cup of coffee. There we go. I don't know why that was doing that. That was weird. Okay. So again, I have coffee cup. Now this one, you see this little crown here. This means it's a pro element. It means that the person that is using this template would need to have a paid account to be able to use this element. So again, for this, go up to these little lines here and click on free. And then it's going to put the filter on. And so these are going to be my free options. So let's try this one here. Click and drag it. And then I want to size it. And just reduce it down and kind of put it in and around wherever you would want that element to kind of sit. Now, sometimes you want the element to sit in front of your document, or sometimes you want it to sit behind the document. The way that we do that is we click on the element and we go to the positions button, and you can click on to send it backward. So I can send it kind of behind my freebie here. So see how it's kind of tucking in behind. That's because I've positioned it in the back. So you can always move your elements in and around. Say, even if I wanted to do this circle here, position, I could send it backwards. See it now how it's tucked in behind my document, which obviously I wouldn't want to do that, but you can move any of those items to be able to do that. But that's how you do it. So you can just undo those as well if that's not what you want it to happen. So you can essentially put any element that you want to use. Just come up here, type in elements, and then again, whether you want a graphic or a photo or a shape, you would go ahead and select that. Now say that this was all done and you wanted to go ahead and share these, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. You want to change the colors of these. So what I did is duplicate all 3 of these. And then I'm going to say that my first one is the way I want it. I want to come to the second one. Now, if you have a brand kit set up with your brand colors, you can click on brand and then you can just click on the shuffle button, and it's going to go ahead and change all of the colors of your particular graphic with the touch of a button. So, and I'm not going to say apply to all pages here, because then it would change all of the colors and all of my particular templates here, and I don't want to do that. So say I just wanted to do one, maybe that color. Now this, I could change the circle element by just clicking the circle here, and maybe I'm going to change that one to pink. Now, again, my font is now too light, so I'm going to click on the font and I'm going to go to the little A here, and I'm going to change my font color to be one of the darker colors. And then you could even bold that if you wanted to bold it. If you do bold it, then it adjusts the size too big, then you just reduce the size here by clicking the button up here. I kind of like it that way. And then we could go to this one, and we could also, the other way to change your background color is to just click the background here, and you could choose, if you notice here, there's some photo colors. Canva will also extract the colors that were used in the photos. So in this particular photo, it'll extract those colors. So I could click on a color that was used from the image itself. Now that I wouldn't necessarily use here unless I went ahead and changed out my logo to be a different logo, because that kind of blends in the logo at that point. But you can go ahead and grab it and play with it and make it your own. Maybe we want to make a gold one. And then again, you could change your font color to be the darker color so it really stands out and shows up nicely. That again, I'm still not really loving how that image came out. So you can always, because I don't like the way it's cut off, but you don't need to get like too overly carried away with it. You know, again, just kind of click things, grab it, make it your own, you know, put in whatever branding you want to be able to help stand out, and then make multiple versions of it. So, you know, change your color, play with it, have fun. If you are all done and you're ready to go ahead and share your design, you can go ahead and click the share button and then just click download. It's going to go ahead and download this particular one. It recommends that we do it as a PNG. That when the PNG is suggested, you could also do the transparent background. So what that means is it would remove this blue background from this particular graphic and kind of look like this one does here. So that one was created on a colored canvas, but I did a transparent background so I could just have it show up without the background when I was putting it on the platform. So it looks like this. So it just looks like it's on a white background, but it's actually not on a background at all. It's a transparent image, where this one is on a background where I used a photo of like a desk as the background. So if you don't need that, you can go ahead and just download it as a PNG. If you don't need to worry about the transparency, you can download it as a JPEG. Okay. And then also, if you wanted to share these, I'm going to go ahead and just remove this. If you wanted to share these as a template that you can use as a lead magnet, or you can, you know, provide as a free, a product in like maybe it's a bonus product in your paid offerings, you can go ahead and click brand template here and then publish. And then it's going to go ahead and give you that template link that you can then copy and paste and use for your marketing efforts. As hey, Janet, good to see you, for your marketing efforts, as well as in your paid programs. So I hope that video that you found helpful. Let me know if you found it helpful, or if you have any questions. I really appreciate you bringing me the questions, because then I can create little tutorials for you guys to help show you how you don't need to be a graphic designer. You really can use the Canva to create all of these templates, as well as Canva also has designs that are already made by other designers. So you could come in the templates and maybe you could put in like planner. Let me see, planner mockup and see what comes up here. So here's some mock-ups that some other designers have already made. So you could go ahead and say we wanted, for instance, this one here. I could click on that and just slide it over into my design here. And then you can go ahead and then start changing this. But the question was how I made my own. So I wanted to walk you through those. So this particular one, you would just click on the design element here. Each one of them highlights, and then you could change your images in there. So say you want to, let me see if they have an image. So you can delete the images out of there, delete image. And let me see, I would go to my uploads. Say I wanted to, let's see, fill that with a mock-up that I'd already created and I saved here. You could go ahead and then share or upload that into the particular frame and then change out your text. You could change out your coloring by clicking the color wheel up here and just change the background there, and then change out your font that they already have in there and so forth to make it your own. So maybe I want white. And so forth. So that's how you would use a pre-made template. In Canva, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of templates in there for you to be able to go ahead and customize and make your own. So just maybe I'm going to show, the customer journey. So I would click on that, but I want to center it. So if you want to center an image, you want to go ahead and pre-fill it, and then you can click on the image and you can then slide it around and center it into the space that's designated there for you. Okay. And then say, this is this is just kind of thrown together, but you get the idea here, right? And also you see kind of in some of them, they have multiple layers here. So that you would want to just make sure that you're looking at all of the multiple layers and changing all of that text that's there in that for you. All right. So delete that out of there and then go back to the one I created. All right, so I think that's all I had for you in this video. Just know that, creating these really helps you to stand out as a brand. It really helps you to be able to make your item be more tangible. So again, whether you are creating a freebie or you're creating an online course, coaching program, masterclass, you name it, it really helps to bring your vision to life by creating mock-ups, right? And then you again, the sky's the limit. So, you can go on Pinterest if you want to look at Pinterest and get some design ideas, or maybe you can go over to Etsy and kind of look in what your particular niche is or your particular product is, and kind of look around and see what other creators are creating out there. Again, looking in the design templates that Canva has, all of the creators that have designed and put templates pre-made for you, you can go ahead and grab one of those and customize them and make your own. But it's really not difficult. It does take some practice, and again, you can still kind of play around with it and, move things around and shape them to really get the alignment that you're looking for. But this really helps you stand out as a brand. It really helps to stop the scroll on social media, your email marketing, wherever you're doing the marketing, to make your vision come to life and to help people to understand what it is that they are, either opting in for free, and in exchange, maybe they're giving their email address to be able to grow your email list, or you have a paid product that you're putting on your website and marketing for a particular investment. This really helps make your brand beautiful. And by using not only that, but your brand colors, your brand fonts, being consistent throughout your marketing materials really, again, helps you stand out and really create that signature online course and coaching program, and that brand image look and feel that you are looking to create there. So again, Canva is a free software that you can do that with. So that is absolutely incredible. Or for a very small amount, you can upgrade to the paid version of Canva. And I will drop all the links in below around this video as well for you to be able to grab those. But through that, you really can create anything. You can also, then share those templates again and get those clickable links so that you can share the templates with your members and your paid clients as well. And you can record even your training, like when you're creating online courses and coaching programs, you can share your presentation right in Canva, and not only record in Canva, but edit in Canva as well. So it's very, very incredible software available to us at a free or very minimal monthly expense. So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and drop those. If you haven't joined the Course Creator Collective, I invite you to do so. We have loads of different training out there to help new and aspiring coaches, course creators. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad that you found that helpful. Thanks for tuning in. But there's loads of training in there and resources and all kinds of things to help you to really stand out in the marketplace and create signature online courses and coaching programs and monetize that expertise so you can create the freedom, lifestyle, the impact, income, all of the things that you so desire and deserve. And if you haven't followed me over on YouTube, I would love if you could subscribe to my channel, where I bring videos like this and more to you at least once a week. But lately, I'm really trying to build up my body of work and get some more resources out there for you guys. So, and grab the free Ultimate Course Creation Planner. It'll be linked here for you as well. So thank you so much. And I will, if you have any questions or want to see more videos like this, go ahead and leave that here in the description box for me, and I will create some more goodness for you. So I will see you all soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.